All right. My guest today, the very funny Lansing comic Nicole Melnyk. Nicole, how are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm so great. I'm so wonderful. I haven't my work cut the hours, so then I've just been doing a lot of partying for no reason. I got like wine drunk on Wednesday, and then during recovery I did acid, and then today was just like getting back to normal because I have to go to work.
Hold on. You just recently did acid?
Yeah, oh yeah, yesterday with my friend Raph, we did it virtually at the same time, and then just called each other and checked in.
How the hell was that?
Oh man, it was a trip. I love acid because you realize how insignificant like human life is, like inside your own brain during like a 30-second like commercial, because you sort of like black out for a second and you go so introspective, and then you come out of it and you're like, what just happened? And then in real time it's been like 5 seconds, and you have to like look to your roommate and you're like, dude, I just went on a fucking trip. And he's like, it's been a commercial.
Um, I'm not going to confirm or deny that I've ever done acid before.
Oh yes.
I remember one time that I might have been dosed by somebody else. And
Nice.
we were at a bar, and I thought I had this internal monologue going on. And I was thinking, man, I saw this girl. I thought, man, this girl is really ugly. I had no realization that I said it out loud, and she punched me.
Yo!
And it was the most painful punch I have ever felt. Like every fiber in my body felt it.
Yes, that's the acid. Hell yeah.
Good times, though. Good times.
Hell yeah. No, the inner monologue. That's true. I woke up from a dream this morning, and I was like talking to my roommate, even though I was like in my bed and like had already gone to bed. Like my brain was just like, no, keep going, dude. We got time. It's a wonderful escape. But then I couldn't use my cell phone all day, so then I had like a bunch of texts that I couldn't answer, because it's like you have to hold on to something that is melting in your hands, but it's like not, so it doesn't feel like it, but it looks like it. It's a lot of fun.
I couldn't imagine doing it with technology, because I'm afraid that my whole trip would have been filmed and put on the internet for someone to.
That's like, I think that's what I'm eventually working up toward, because I'd like to normalize acid. I have like a lot of like mushroom friends who are like, mushrooms come from the earth, man. Acid's not natural. It's like, yeah, but acid's better. And we should be normalizing that, dude. We're using it for PTSD. We're using it for, you know what I mean? For introspective kind of therapies. Like, I think it's dope.
I will say, back when I may or may not have done it.
Is this legal? Can we talk? Yeah, who fucking cares?
We're comedians. I had a lot of fun. I may or may not have had a lot of fun.
May or may not. Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, it was some good times. Some good times. But
yeah, and there's nothing else to do. That's the hard part that's stopping me from not like sort of just continuing this wild adventure, is because, but I have to work today. That's my weekends. I still have to work, so that's nice. It's like.
Now, what is it like doing it by yourself and just checking in with somebody online?
Oh man, you know what? That was like really hard, but it seemed like last time I did it, I was at a music festival, and like even though you are surrounded by people, you're sort of by yourself anyways. So like really, these trips they're pretty individualized anyways, and the checking in was just to make sure that, you know, my buddy was good and we were good. He said he played guitar for like 20 minutes of like a single riff. I was like, hell yeah, dude, that's all. I watched Hell's Kitchen, but same thing, emotional.
All right, that would be the worst show to watch.
Yeah.
Like we would watch, like when we watch something, we would watch like bad movies from the 70s.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the thing. After the thing was, I was already so committed before the acid to the show. So I had, and at one point it was getting like super dramatic for me, and like my heart was racing. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's going. And then I thought that the camera, I thought the editors were enhancing the drama by sort of giving them these weird visuals. I was like, yo, I don't know what challenge this is, but these kids are struggling. And then I realized it wasn't a challenge. It was just the acid, and there was nothing weird going on with the program.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
What were you gonna say?
What music festival were you at when you
Oh, I
go?
was at Bonnaroo. Bonnaroo is like my favorite. Like it's 4 days of just like lawlessness with a dope soundtrack. Yeah, I've been the last couple of years. Yeah, I go every year, man. In Tennessee, it's in Manchester. It gets to be like 90 degrees, so it's like a pool party slash music festival slash everyone does drugs. It's wild.
What's the best band you saw there?
Oh man, I see everybody dope. Eminem was there. Geez, I'm trying to think of cool people. Who's that? Man, no, I'm actually not good with music. I just go to do the drugs. That's like my secret. Yeah.
Um, Fun fact: this year, our our friend Joanna Madrano will be performing
Yeah,
at.
dude, that's what I fucking heard. I already had my tickets. That's fucking dope, dude. I'm wildly excited. I am so excited. I love Johanna. I love Bonnaroo. This is like two worlds coming together. We went to the comedy tent last year because that was like last year was like the year I got into comedy. So in the first time ever, we were kind of like, oh, let's go see what the comedy tent is doing, and it was so wild. And then because I'd never really got into stand-up comedy before that, I sort of was like an eye-opener. I was like, they have comedy tents? And then people are like, yeah, people like comedy. I'm like, really? People? And then like, there's comedy festivals, there's shows everywhere. You could do. I'm like, no way. People are paying each other to tell each other's jokes. This is wild. What world are we living in?
That's kind of awesome. So what made you want to start doing comedy?
Nothing. My buddy, he said, hey, I go to this open mic on I think it was Wednesdays or Thursdays at the Unicorn. James Couture and Jake Ford, their old room. Great room. R.I.P. Unicorn. The Unicorn's still there, but it doesn't do comedy night, so fuck that place. My buddy Corey Olivo, who's still a Lansing comedian, my coworker, and they were dating, so we were all kind of friends. He said, hey, I do this open mic. And I saw like a real person do it, not on TV, not anybody that I didn't know, a real human being doing it. And that suddenly, like, I realized how attainable. I don't know why I never let myself. It's like when you see Dave Chappelle do it, or even like with Mulaney, these guys fucking crush. And it looks like they rolled out of bed and did it, or they present it in such a cohesive way that you can't tell how hard they worked on it. And like, you're kind of not supposed to. That's what makes it funny, I think, or at least completes the experience in a way that you can sort of, let yourself laugh at absurdity or whatever. But I didn't know it was for like even any kind of artistic expression. I thought, well, they could have it. Like, and then seeing somebody who I knew and could talk to, and I was like, yo, you just fucking go up there and tell jokes. He's like, yeah, dude, try it. And then I got addicted, and now Corey and I, we do shows together and stuff. And I fell in love with it instantly. The second
I remember the first time I saw you and kind of met you was at Crunchies. I want to say late last summer.
yeah.
And I did a set. I walked off stage. You high-fived me, and then I stuck around. I watched your set. I thought you were hilarious, and I had to cut out like right after because I had the long drive back to Detroit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I never think that it.
Wait, Max. It was at Max.
Oh yeah, Max. Oh well, then I'm sure I crushed it. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Max is a lot of fun. Was it the what I'm trying to wonder? I wonder what show it was. Yeah, but no, I love Max. I love the scene. Everybody in it is so amazing and supportive. I don't. Yeah, I never thought that normal people, like, I don't know. I guess it's the part of struggling. Sort of, I read like books and I learn things, and that's sort of a kind of a personal journey of where you sort of be vulnerable, but you let yourself be vulnerable to learn things. And I didn't know you could do that artistically, I guess, in that. But also the live element. I have mad stage fright. I had panic attacks before I even, like, just hearing about my buddy being like, you should go up there. I'd be like, I'd rather fucking die, actually.
I'm the same way, or at least I used to when I first started.
Yeah.
I was petrified of going on stage. And the first show I ever did, I begged them to put me up as late in the show as possible.
Yeah.
So at least I could walk. I could just walk and not do it.
Dude, that's how, I used to do that. Before shows, I would tell myself, like, hey, you don't have to do this. Like, I see how much it hurts you, and I know you want it, but like, dude, I'm having a hard time watching you be in pain while you're trying to muster up the courage to go up there. But once I got over that hurdle of because that's, yeah, I guess I was afraid of the I don't know, whatever stage, whatever anxiety fueled thing it was. But yeah, it's just convincing. I still get terrified. I'm still afraid. I still have panic attacks. But telling myself that we can't not go up, that there's nothing cooler than going up there, and that whatever this journey ends up with, wherever I'm going, where I'm at right now, is nowhere else I'd rather be. And so it's worth it being afraid. And
yeah, because the high of doing comedy is better than any drug out there.
Any drug out there, dude, it's wild. And I do a lot of drug, you know what I mean? Like, I know about the high. And so getting up on stage, man, I think of it like meeting God. Like, it does and especially at like shows where they have lights, and then the sort of crowd goes away, and then it's just you and your creative process and that bright light, and it feels a lot like what I imagined the tunnel at the end of the road. But this is like I'm not dying. I'm not even coming close to having this is just God or whatever creative energy letting us get a taste of undiluted, inspiration, I think.
No, it's true, because you are on there, you are telling a story, and it might be the dumbest story ever, but when you hear that reaction, it feels so good.
It feels so good. It's wild. It's so, but the thing is, it's so different than being like the class clown. I feel like, because I've gotten laughs before, but doing it like professionally or like losing the guys that I'm allowed to work very hard at being funny. Like, the idea that like people bust their ass to be absurd doesn't calculate in my little nerd brain. But now that it does, like, oh man, the more absurd, the better. As far, and that's what I think about, is because the what if, that's like the comedy thing, the recipe or whatever. And it's like, dude, what if is such a broad spectrum, and you can what if anything, dude. I'm at work. I'm like, dude, what if I was waiting tables if this was a Martian diner? What if little aliens came in here? What if this was the same exact experience, but this was a Martian diner and I was a Martian diner waitress? Like, how fucking dope would that be? And then once you allow yourself to give into to dip into that river of creative juices, oh man, yeah, I've never, but now we're all under quarantine, but I don't, you know what I mean?
Or at least for another 3 weeks now.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? My cell phone company keeps extending how long we don't have to pay our bill for. So that's nice. I have Verizon. So like, good guy Verizon. I mean, that's nice for like a shitty corporation. But yeah, they gave us all 15 gigs of data, and then we don't have to pay our bill until 5/31. How wild is that?
I wish AT&T would do that.
Yeah, I was wondering why they weren't really publicizing it a lot, except for the users. And I was like, dude, are they sneakily trying to do the good thing and then sort of not tell people, so that like, I'm like, because it's more endearing to me that they weren't like, hello, Verizon users, thank you for being a part of our machine. Here's, it was very like low key. I got a text that was like, hey, your bill's due. I was like, these motherfuckers. And then the next day it was like, hey, actually, COVID, we're not going to make anyone pay. It's like, yo, that's wild.
That's actually, I mean, most companies are still trying to nickel and dime you.
Yo, they really are. That's why I think it's, oh, no. Oh, shoot, where'd it go? Oh.
We're here.
Okay, cool. Sorry. My computer did something and I had to fix it. I'm going to go full screen. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about.
Evil corporations.
Oh, yeah, dude. And then, yeah, I wish that they would all do that. And then it's like, if the president can just invent $2 trillion to give away in relief aid, then like all of these companies could potentially be giving all of their essential employees $15 an hour, $16 an hour. Plus, you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking. The veil that we as a society was like, we need these corporations to give these poor people jobs so that these poor people can feed their poor families, so they don't leech off the system that is clearly working. And it's like, no, dude, it's an oligarchy, and the rich people are feeding the poor people to the machine, and then they have to keep enough, though, around for a workforce. It's just, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole thing is money isn't real.
Yeah.
It's fake. And
It's so fake.
I think the longer this goes on, I think it'll get ugly out there to the point where, I want to say people are going to start rioting, but I'm afraid we're going to riot for the wrong things.
Yeah.
You see all the friggin' protesters in Lansing.
No, it's white people. That's like, we're not good at anything historically. And so we're even worse at protesting because now, they've got their gun. Dude, I'm in Lansing. I see that shit and it's embarrassing. It's like, dude, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to be lumped in with those maniacs.
No. If you look like at the end of the 1960s when Vietnam was going on, those guys protested for the right thing.
Yeah, true. Yes, the hippies.
Yeah. But then we're now protesting because we can't buy seeds.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares?
It's wild how many people care. And also it's wild to me that they don't just like break the law. Like that's for me when the government, like me as a person is like, hey, don't do this or do that. And I'm like, dude, if I don't fundamentally agree with you, I'm not going to follow your laws. I'm going to break your laws and that's going to be dope for me. And hopefully I don't get caught. These guys are like, hey, I can't get my hair cut. And so I'm going to go to the White House and block hospital ambulances and have guns and kids and not follow any sort of health codes because I don't think that this disease is real. And I'm mad at the governor for being mad at the president. It's just, it's all very convoluted is what I think. And I don't think anybody's mad because they can't get seeds. They're mad because they have a lot of anger because if we had made society the kind of society where our homes and our livelihoods could, you know what I mean? We should be able to not work for a couple weeks and society not collapse. But we haven't. We've put, it's a house of cards, and it's now it's falling currently, and then eventually it'll be flat, and that's when I think the riots will start. But no, dude, I forgot. I'm rambling again because I get really. The government is mishandling this situation, and the people are mishandling this situation, and there's no good guys because the good guys are all staying home. Like that's weird. I've never been. It's like, dude, we're talking about the protesters. The way that we're gonna win this is by staying home. What a fucking treat! Like what a fucking treat.
I know. Think about it. It's like the 1970s where there's only 3 TV channels to watch.
No cell phones, no internet. Yo.
I mean, we live in an age right now. Just because we're being quarantined, Pornhub is giving away Pornhub Premium for
free, and they plant trees when a video gets 100 views, and they were out snow plowing during the winters when the states weren't. Like this is like, cool. Who knew Pornhub was going to rise to the top of the corporations we love? They do have a lot of issues, but in-house. But that's.
I mean, Pornhub should make other things rise, but now they're making society rise.
Yeah. Dude, that's funny. Something's gonna go up one way or another.
That's funny too. Yeah. Here's the thing. So I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Nice.
And don't take this the wrong way. I think you might be the cause of the coronavirus. So let me go back. So remember, you're supposed to be on my show in January.
Yes.
And there was a blizzard, and that show was canceled. And then you were supposed to be on my show in March, and then coronavirus happened. Well, I know that's not true. I thought it'd be a funny segue.
No, dude. Yeah, I was telling my friend Raph, who I did acid with you, that we haven't really met. Like in an official kind of sense, and that I was booked on your show, and that I can't. And I'm so worried that the comedy will keep going without me. But it's like comedy's all things are sort of at a standstill, and what we do on Zoom sort of is keeping people sharp. But these what you do with these programs, it's like a time capsule. It's like a reminder. It's like when the writer's strike happened and like Joss Whedon made that like web series with like for free with his friend. It's like, that's what's cool. It's like, that's what drives society is people who don't have to, but do. It's like we could all be taking a rest. Nobody would be mad at any comedian who's not writing material right now, who's not doing Zoom meetings or doing live things or doing these kind of interview check-ins or whatever. Nobody would be mad at them. But the fact is that we need this, like as a society or as a creative entity, whatever.
Well, I think people have to do it. One, to stay in contact with other comics and see what's going on. But more importantly, if we don't do anything, we're going to go crazy.
Yeah. I
see all the salsa parlor boys every day are putting up new content of some sort. Awesome.
Yo.
Joanna at the Independent every night at 7:00. They have an interview on. I think we need to do this. Otherwise, we're going to go stale. And I don't know. It's a weird time. Like when I did this, when I started this, I was hoping there would be only 15 episodes and then I'm done.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be about 40 and then hopefully I'll be done with this and then I'll move it to something else.
Yeah.
I'll do a pivot. But no, if you're not doing anything, man, you're going to be so stale by the time this comes back. By the time
I agree with you. And on Tuesdays, me and the Lansing Comedy Sirens, we do a Zoom show, and really it's for pretend. We do maybe like 45 minutes of comedy. Everyone gets their time. Everyone does show. We give feedback, and then the rest of it's just hanging out. You know, it's just we all want to see each other. And if we don't, as adults, if we don't say, hey, this is a scheduled meeting, we kind of don't feel like we have to do it. You know what I mean? We're ingrained by our workforce, which is like at this time you do this thing. And because we have all this free time, unless we force ourselves to do it, we're not going to. And that's it. Yeah, these Tuesday shows for me more than anything are just to see my friends and to make sure that they don't. But what do you say to the people who love the live element? That what we do is not the same at all. And what if we never got to be live again? Would that not crush you?
I think it would for a little while, but I think we're creative people. Will have to pivot. The comedy will have to alter.
Yo, that's a good point. Yeah, if you're not willing to expand, then maybe you're not as smart as you think. You know, that's like not. But you know what I mean? It's like part of being good at comedy is being good at comedy in different formats.
Well, do you watch any of the late night shows?
Not really. No.
Well, they're doing a lot of stuff from home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the shows have changed quite a bit. You know, they have to write jokes where they're not going to have to rely on a laugh track or an audience.
Yeah.
So the jokes have to be smarter. And I think we'll have to do the same thing. And I think, you know, we will have to get used to not hearing the laughter outright, but still be funny to attract an audience.
That's kind of cool because we at this point in society, or at least media with the TV shows, I'm pretty abhorrent of a laugh track. I'm like, oh, we're doing laugh tracks. That's what we're doing. Like, and so it's cool that it's like now we don't have laugh tracks. And it's like, ooh, we did it, boys. We got rid of the laugh tracks.
I did a show for a guy in Nebraska a couple weeks ago, and there was an audience on Twitch. We were on Zoom. And I had to, in my mind, pause where I thought laughter would be.
Yeah.
I think I had a really shitty set because it was just, I felt awkward doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And when I've done virtual mics, I started out by doing my regular set, but then I just started talking about my day and in other mics, and then that's become what I was working on. But it's stuff that I will never tell on stage.
Yeah.
Unless there's a nugget in there somewhere.
That's why, yeah, I was going to ask you, are there, this is like, because we talk shop on our Tuesday nights. And are there any jokes that you've written that you said that you are willing to save for the stage? And this is my question is, because I thought of a really funny joke and I thought it was great. It came to me like pretty cohesive and I was like, oh, this is good. And my first thought was doing it on stage. And then I sort of had to remind myself that we can't go on stage. And so the joke didn't change, but the way that you tell it changes when you go online. And there was a part of me that almost didn't want to tell the joke virtually because I I didn't want to lose what I thought was like the perfect joke, because you lose a little bit with the delay and the pause and the reactions.
Yeah, I think I'm working on this new one. I got laid off from work last week, and the whole thing was the whole thing was so surreal. But the joke is it was done over Zoom, where I just keep on pretending to freeze so they can't lay me off.
No, that is so funny. Oh my God.
And I think that's a stage joke, because if I do it on Zoom, it'll look like I'm just frozen.
Right. Oh God, that's hilarious. Whoa, that's like first world problems. How do you? Wow, that's such a good joke too. Yeah, I had before quarantine, when we were still letting people eat at the restaurant, I sort of did this physical bit about being like a robotic waitress, and it sort of was very physical, and it got a laugh from the restaurant, obviously, like not obviously, but people that I'm performing there for them, it's per table or whatever. But it really rocked. And then now I'm sort of having to tell, like, yo, I told this really funny physical joke, but all right, you had to be there. But okay, imagine I'm at a restaurant and I'm like a robot, and there's no translation whatsoever.
No, and you again, there are some things done for the stage, some things you can't do online.
Yeah.
But it's weird, like you don't know a chap.
Yeah.
Like his stuff will translate anywhere he tells it.
Yo, that's like Bilal Swain. He comes to my Tuesday mics, and I'm like in awe. I want to like record his sets and like what, because he has such a handle on it, and you're like, Mike, are you fucking genius? Like, because I wonder if it's like a beautiful mind, like if their brains are figuring out, or if it just comes naturally.
Well, it's different. I think we all have like stuff in common, that growing up we were kind of, I'm guessing, kind of a loner as while you were in middle school and high school.
Yeah.
So we observe things differently than normal people do.
True.
And that's where our comedy comes from. Our pain, our comedy comes from loss, our comedy comes from things we didn't have growing up.
Yeah.
So that's what I think, makes us who we are. And Bilal, whatever his family situation or Noah's family situation, kind of play into their joke writing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what's so cool about comedy, is because we can have so much in common with somebody and then have two different styles of joke telling, or we can have nothing in common with somebody and have similar like joke telling styles, and you're like, whoa. And it's wild. That's what I love about comedy.
Yeah, I mean, it's the greatest hobby that we hope will turn into a job ever.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. But the thing is like I was writing like short stories, and I was writing that for me without showing it to anybody, without even the opportunity, the chance of getting paid. And I was like happy with that. Like even sometimes getting gas money after a show, I'm like, yo, this is the coolest shit ever. Like getting any kind of the free pizza shows, those are my fucking favorite. Free pizza and t-shirts. I will literally do any show for a t-shirt. Like no shit.
I've never done a shirt.
What? It's I got one at Max, and then Osa gave me his from Max, and then I got one from the Green Dot the Green Dot Saloon. They gave us shirts after we performed there. He gave us like a tour of the restaurant. It's actually pretty cool. And then oh man, what was the honorary mentions comedy? They gave me a shirt. Jason Brett gave me one of their shirts because I was helping on Door one time. And it didn't even really help.
I felt that got a free shirt.
What? Yeah, I think you have to go into it like, hey, you guys got some free shirts I can have? Like,
yeah, I don't ask. I'm just happy to be there.
Dude, so happy. That's why I love the free pizza show. It's like the idea that like we do it for free. Like pizza is a treat.
Joanna is one of my favorite people in comedy because she's so nice.
I love her the most.
And she's so funny.
So funny.
So, but no, I will, anytime she asks, I will do her show.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Anybody asks, and I'm there. You know, I started traveling like as soon as I got in con because the Lansing scene, like, it was obviously dope, but it was like, no, we need to get out more. And then if you play it right, dude, you can be all over the state like 4 or 5 times a week. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. I gotta admit, I don't like traveling that much
Yeah,
because
that's what people say. I think that's why I like it, is because people don't.
I've done shows in Grand Rapids, a couple shows in Kalamazoo, and the drive back just sucks.
Yeah. Oh,
you're,
yeah.
you're in Lansing, you're an hour away from everything.
Oh, it's perfect. It's the perfect spot, dude. Perfect. Yeah.
Um, yeah, if I was an hour away from everything, yeah, not a problem.
But you're all the way where? You're in Dearborn, or where are you at?
I'm in Livonia.
Livonia. Isn't Diana Graham from there?
She lives here, and Dan Turco, I don't know if you know him, also lives.
Oh shit, that's so cool. Livonia, poppin', dude. That's dope.
There's 3 of us. I need to get Diana on here at some point. I love her.
Yeah, she's TikTok famous now also, so that's pretty cool.
What?
That's TikTok. Yeah, she's got like 6,000 followers, dude. It's amazing.
How the?
It's like, well, the thing. I think it was an old stand-up clip, but it was like it was like the perfect clip to give on like a minute, and then it just crushed, and then people just heard it and comment, and then so things blow. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, you should have Diana Graham and ask her how she did, and then tell her to tell me, because I
would love to. The only person I know who's TikTok famous was Lincoln. I don't know if you ever met him.
No, I never met Lincoln.
Do you know who he is?
No.
He was this comedian. He goes by Shy and Awkward Guy or High and Awkward.
Oh, nice.
I knew he was famous when people were watching his videos at work.
Yo.
Crazy. Just drove me crazy.
That's wild. Yeah, there's a couple. Micah, Monticelli, Ashley Stoneman, my co-host, and then I think Dante Lillard. He's from Detroit or it's something like that. We met over the digital world. That's what I love about this digital stuff. I feel like I see my friends more now than I ever did live, because now we absolutely can see each other, like, versus like, oh, I have to work that day, or oh, I can't work that day. And we do D&D nights, so then I get to see my friends even more. And then it's wild. I love it. It's hard. I mean, obviously, like, it's bad because people are dying and sick, and the infrastructure for the healthcare system is like non-existent. But the cool thing about COVID-19 is how much fun I've been having.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, I've been staying away from the digital all-nighters. Like, I have friends, let's do a game night, let's just hang out. I'm like, I could just watch TV.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. We hung out on 420, and I had my headphones in, and I was playing video games, but the computer was up, and so I could still interact. It was a lot like hanging out. It's wild how comfortable, because but it's almost weird because there's very little stage fright now with this digital stuff, but that almost feels weird to me, because then a part of the comedy ritual was getting freaked out and then having to calm myself down and then timing it directly with like when the edible kicks in so I can go on stage. And now I don't have to do it. Now I can just smoke in my room, and then I'm just hanging out with my friends, and then you write a couple jokes down.
Yeah, I will say during this whole thing, I've been eating a lot more edibles than I usually do.
Yeah, I love edibles. It's super easy to like just spend your whole day high.
Yes, and then it's so good.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yes. I have cookies, and I eat cookies all the time, and then it's just like high all the time. It's like brilliant. I love it.
I have pineapple mint, so my breath gets a little fresh.
Ooh. That's fun.
Yeah, they cost money though, which sucks. Cookies just seem easier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And my buddy home makes them, and he gives me like, it's like 5 for $20. They were small this time, so he gave me 6, and I quarter them. So they're about 25 milligram. Well, no, what is it like? It's like 50, so like 200 milligram cookies, whatever. Break them in half, eat them. Oh man, I have it timed out perfectly, dude. I'm like never, except for yesterday. Oh man, I saved so much weed being on acid. That's like, and that's wild that's like an economic thought that I had. It's like, dude, if you're ever low on weed, just do acid. You won't smoke weed all day.
I think possibly ever did that again, my brain would collapse.
Yeah, it's a trip. I definitely, by the end of it, I was like, man, I'm going to be glad when this is over. But yeah, it's like, what else am I gonna do? I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I read my books. I do the meditations. I do, my daily routine when I work 40 hours, turns out it only fills about 15 minutes of my time. It's like, what do I do with the rest of it?
What are you reading right now?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm reading like a little bit of everything. I have an old D&D for beginners manual that I'm just sort of perusing. And then I read like a lot of self-help books. I'm always working on like my own personal shit. I don't know what other than that I want to be a better person for myself. But yeah, so I'm reading a self-help book right now about the fear of intimacy. Is that too weird to say when we're recording? But yeah, no, I'm just so, you know what I mean? We're stuck here and we have just ourselves, and it's like, you probably could get to know yourself a little better.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Dude, that was my thing. I feel like I thought that I didn't like me, and then I started hanging out with me. I'm like, dude, she's pretty dope. I like her.
You are very well respected in the comedy scene because I had Sam Rager on yesterday, and she's a fan.
Shut up. Sam Rager is a fan of me?
Let me think back. I'll have to go rewatch the tape. But yeah, she knew who you were and was excited to see you on the show.
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. That's wild. If Sam said to me, I didn't even know you existed, I would be like, thank you so much. Like, oh my gosh.
Actually, I was high. Let me go back and rewatch it, but I'm pretty sure she said that.
Oh my God, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. I just like, that's what happens. Like Robert Jenkins, he said hi to me at a show. Like he said, hi, Nicole. And I about fainted. I wrote about it in my diary. I was like, oh my God, he said, hi, Nicole. Robert Jenkins said hi to me. And I looked around to make sure there wasn't another Nicole in the vicinity. Because more than anything, talent, I am enamored by talent. And when people are talented, it's so hard for me to see them as regular people. Sam is talented. Robert, everyone in the scene is talented. Dan Curry, sometimes he just talks to me casually, and I'm like, dude, you could spit on me, and I wouldn't even care.
But think about this: a year from now, 2 years from now, there'll be a new comic saying the same things about you.
Oh my gosh, no, that would be so dope. But yeah, oh my gosh, I hope that's the case. That's what. Yeah, more than anything, I want people. Yeah. To think I'm nice. But yeah, no, oh my gosh. And that's cool. That's well respected. That's something that you never, I don't want people to think I'm dumb. That's the only thing. And people are like, I don't think you're dumb. I'm like, good. That's all I wanted. Thank you.
I mean, no, if you're nice,
yeah,
funny, people will book you. And
yeah.
See, Jason Brent books you, Joe Awesome books you, and yeah. I'm sure you've been on salsa parlor shows before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, think about it. You're what? You're still not in your first year, are you?
No, I was at a year. Yeah, I started last January. Yeah, I'm a year it'll be a year and a half, and so yeah.
What are your goals once all this is over?
That's the thing. I never. I just want to keep having making. I want people to keep saying "Hey, I respect you." That's my only goal is to keep. Just I don't care about money or any. I want to keep every day waking up and feeling like I have purpose and that I have friends and I have a community and I have a creative energy and a meditative process that lets me be doing this every day for forever. That's all. I don't care. Yeah, that's for me. That's my goal.
That might be the most answer I've gotten for this question. I love that. So I usually end this by reading a Craigslist misconnection.
Oh, nice.
As I've discovered by reading these, the creepiest people in the world congregate on there. So I'm going to read one to you, and if you could riff a joke off of it, that would be great. Or just make a funny, snide comment. So this one is called Need Party Favors, in parentheses, St. Clair Shores, is a rip-off junkie, beware. Beware, guys. This woman is a prostitute. and she stole my prescription drugs from my coat pocket. She's a junkie who will leave you high and dry. You have been warned. Do not answer her. She lives on 10 Mile Road in St. Clair, and she'll steal everything you take over there. Beware. Name is Angie. Don't fall for her shit. Saw meth, cocaine, crushed up prescription pills, all laying on the table. And she outright stole my prescription bottle out of my coat. Don't get taken by her. Her name is Angie. Do not fall for her BS. I did so sending out the warning to all. She only wants drugs. A junkie who will steal everything you have. I have made up a police report with St. Clair Sheriff's Office on her. Claims she is from Georgia, but she is just a hooker looking to rip you off.
Oh my gosh, that I gotta believe that this dude has been. This is not his first interaction with Angie. He goes back. It seemed like he described all those drugs. He's been there a couple times, dude. This guy, I believe he's in love with her, and he's dealing with it in his own way. Like,
yeah, I can see that him and Angie have had business transactions.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah.
But my question is, why do you bring prescription drugs to a prostitute?
True. They were just in his coat pocket. Yeah, that's where I keep my prescription pills. That's safe.
And why would he go to the sheriff that he saw a prostitute?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I believe that he's had interactions with his wife. I think the cops probably know him. They're like, Greg and Angie again.
Oh God.
He's at it again.
Someone hasn't learned their lesson. Don't take prescription drugs to a prostitute.
Don't do it.
But it also sounds like Angie knows how to party.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, I feel like you know what? He should just be lucky to get invited to the party, dude.
Look, this guy is not practicing social distancing.
True.
But you know what? He's paying the price for it. It's called karma. And it would have been better if Angie's hooker name was Karma.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think I'm going to write a fake misconnection based on that.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. No, what were you?
I was just saying, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for being on here.
No, thank you so much for having me. Are you kidding me? Yeah, dude. Oh, you're the best. I had so much fun. Thank you so much.
I had a blast, and I will have you on a show once things come back to normal.
Yes.
Well, I will have you and Ashley on. Hopefully the end of the world does not come after we book the show.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Because the third time the show has to happen.
Yeah, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
Let's prove that and make that actually happen. Thank you so much, and hopefully I will see you sooner than later.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Robert. Yeah, I had a blast.
Awesome. I think we'll be back tomorrow with another great guest. I think that is either Dan Turco or Mark Bonto.
Oh my God, I love Dan Turco. Tell Dan Turco that I said hi and that I love him.
I will do that.
Cool.
All right. See you guys next time.